Welcome, my lovely Cancer. This is your weekly reading from May 28th through June 2nd, 2019. It is a general Cartomancy reading, and being a general reading, it will not apply to all. Me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, and action. And we have last week was all about that Scorpio full moon. It hit me late. Over the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, I just happened to be cleaning out my closets, which is very important to sacrifice things, especially we don't need, to make room for new things. And so now, Memorial Day, I really felt that sacrifice of Memorial Day. And I had on all my war movies, Pearl Harbor, like 4 different versions. And how the movies on and how they lend to our history and our feelings of what's going on around us. This is more of a United States reading. But so basically, Cancer, I know you probably felt that energy. How was your Memorial Day weekend? Ooh, resting in your pentacles in your home. This is like preparing for a party too. No, this is not 4 of Hearts. We're preparing for 4 of Pentacles. Is really you're prepared, you're ready, you're resting. The readings this week are going to be the energies of Memorial Day weekend, and then going into the new week, that May 22nd through June 2nd, as we approach another new moon. It's to balance parental versus passionate energy, and then of course how to bring all those energies together with some advice cards and maybe a peek at that weekend. But you're just ready financially, which is a great feeling, especially with the summer coming up. Memorial Day. Ooh. Some good conversation with friends on Memorial Day. And an Ace of Diamonds. Yeah, this is all just things are going well in your value. Adding a little intelligence through communication. I don't see that as cheating there. I see that as a community card. Yep, 10 of Air, 8 of Diamonds, and 7 of Hearts. Your Memorial Day weekend was probably pretty decent. You may not have realized it yet because a lot of it was conversational and ideas, but you did come to a completion with this 10 of Swords. And I always tell people you've put down your swords and picked up the most valuable one when you come to the 10 of Swords. You've completed something a battle, usually intellectual more than physical. And the 8 of Diamonds, it is harmony. It is harmony in Pentacles, in value. And the 7 of Hearts, it is it can be deception, but it's interior deception and pondering and thinking. It's the things we bring on ourselves emotionally, the difficulties we do for ourselves emotionally. A lot of times this card means you're about to become emotionally happy and balanced. 8 of Diamonds, the Harmony card, is a balance card for value in Pentacles. You're about to balance your emotions with this 7 of Hearts. Something has really struck you. Some information has struck you as very important. And if you're thinking about Memorial Day weekend in terms of things, you really didn't think of things for it. I mean, you have your diamonds here, and your pentacles here, but they're all resting. Everything that's in motion, everything that's changing are this 3 and this Air, and then this 7 of Hearts. So it's like you've learned a lesson at completion. You've taken your sword, your mighty sword, to move on to your next challenge. But you have to place that in your heart, being a water sign. So you're going to have to take it to heart, Cancer, to be able to process what happened on Memorial Day. So you may not even feel it yet. And then we're going to talk about the energies for the new week, going into that new moon. Parental, adulting versus passion energy. It's a balance, or it's going to tear us up. I have a Joker upright that's standing in your personal power. No surprise after a very heartfelt weekend like Memorial Day weekend was. 8 of Diamonds, that is the Queen of Diamonds, is an earth sign, and 9 of Swords, removing what no longer serves you. To me, wow. A lot of new starts. To me, this Exodus Joker, which is usually exercising your personal power, you are absolutely standing in your watery power after Memorial Day weekend. After you've taken this to heart, all these lessons, you've come to find that this earth sign, this job, this career, something with value, something that you thought had value doesn't, and you're removing it with this 9. You're taking that leap of faith to remove something from your life. You're either going to start looking for a new job, you're moving your 401k, this is bigger than moving your 401k. This is like, I'm going to move, I'm going to buy a house now, because renting really isn't working for me, or vice versa. This is something that will change your physical environment, and that you're going to do with precision, and you've really thought it over and put in the work, and you're going to make this change. And Cancer, I love Cancer because they're so compassionate and gentle until they need to get something done, but they don't become stern, they become firm and decisive. And that's what this feels like, a decisive action for a new emotional start and a new idea of a start. This Queen of Air, she is like a softened version of a complete air sign, of a winds of change. This is accepting the winds of change, the necessary changes that happen in our life, and accepting the loving growth. And then you have to change your mind about something, your perspective about something. Whatever this is you're changing, you've decided, Cancer, and you're going to change this. And if you haven't decided, you're probably going to decide now, because the motion forward in the week is accepting that change, and you're going to flow with it. You're going to flow with the winds of change, be it in business, in education, in how you run your home. It's something very pentacled, of course, something very hefty, that you are going to accept the winds of change, and you're going to sail with it. And you're conceptualizing, and you're also making room somewhere in your life to let this change come in. So like, you're changing a job so you can be more directed in this direction, or you're giving up yoga classes because now you're going to run to prepare for a marathon. And whatever it is very deeply heartfelt. It is very a brand new idea. All right, some advice to get you through these, to connect that Memorial Day. So this is going into the new moon, energy to energy. This is new moon energy. You're going to need to set your intentions on June 2nd, make your wishes, write them down for this new moon, especially in areas of balancing responsibility and passion. All right, deception card. Let's see there's some kind of deception here. Misunderstanding. Sleep of faith, exercising your personal power upside down. 5 of Air, King of Air. Okay, in order to accept the winds of change, you're going to have to step outside of your own power. That's why I don't see a lot of hearts here. You're going to have to take it to heart, but you're going to have to use your other skills. You are deceived if you can go in there like a hippie and tell everybody you love them and everything's going to be wonderful and it's going to work out. Not that environment. There's going to be no kumbaya songs here. You're going to have to step out of your loving, compassionate energy. No wonder I was gushing over Cancer so much, because you're going to have to step out of that energy, and you're going to have to use that air strength. That's why I talked about her being a softer version of accepting the winds of change. This is the softer version that is going to come up with the ideas, Cancer, but you're going to need a tougher version, the uppermost version of this air sign, of this social appearances sign, to battle it out. This concept is not going to be easily received. You're going to have to fight for it in some kind of way. And either presentation, air tends to be presentation, social, so you may have to present this in front of financial investors, the boss. You may, if your spouse holds the purse strings, you're going to have that conversation with them about this. So you will have to be strong in order. You're in a conceptualizing stage before June 2nd. Through the week, you're going to be conceptualizing through this change and making room for it. Like I said, making either time or money, making adjustments to ground it, because it's that serious for you, Cancer, it's that meaningful for you. Even if it's something small like changing the way you do your laundry, believe it or not, it can be very meaningful to many different areas of your life to have something systematized or something all together. And, you know, having that shit together kind of card are my 8s. And you got your money together. You're steady here, but that's not going to be enough for this Cancer, apparently, or whoever this reading is for. And you have to be willing, like I said, to step into some stronger signs. You're very deceived if this is... This is like you finding your vocation, and you think, yeah, you're going to be a hippie there, and lovey-dovey, and oh, the world is fantastic, but your vocation is a bit of a fight. It's more swordsy than you planned on. But because Cancer, even in their decisiveness, and they're not as critical, they're not as, when their heart's really in it, and they're really in their true vibe, their energy is so great that running like a charitable organization can be done with firmness, can be done with rigidity, and with concrete decisions, but without the coldness of private sector or what have you. All right, so Cancer, that is the advice. You're going to have to use your sharp tongue. Or your silver tongue even. I do see that as the highest value, that King of Air, some highest value in yourself of your presentation, of your ability to persuade even. So let's take a peek at the weekend. It is my son's 21st birthday, so let's see what we got. Ooh, this card just wants to be. Ooh, Queen of Fire, 6 of Hearts, 4 of Air for the weekend. All right, what do you have? This is a fire sign. This is definitely spending some lovey-dovey time in bed with someone you love. This is like total love card. That is 4 of Spades, is definitely an air sign, definitely laying in bed, talking with your lover, even debating over some things, not arguing, debating. And then the 6 of Hearts is a victory home card. And of course, your company is the softer male or female fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Like I said, this is just having a lovey-dovey weekend with somebody that means a lot to you and that really does calm you and ease some of the worries that you've had over the course of the week. And then don't forget, June 2nd, set your intentions for that new moon. Again, duties versus passions. Have a great week, Cancer, and please like, subscribe, share, and comment if you so feel. And I hope to see you next week for some more spirit messages.